Hello and welcome to a new video from Game Informer. I'm Ben Hanson and I'm joined by...
Suriel! Hey everyone.
Where are we?
We are at the Pokémon World Championships.
In Washington, D.C.! What'd you think of the event, Suriel?
I liked it. It had a very interesting vibe that, I mean, having been to a few tournaments and industry events, it's not really like either of those, where it just feels like very family-oriented and it just reaches this huge cross-section of people.
Yeah, if you like well-populated events where it's a line of parents watching their 6-year-old compete in a card game, the World Championships are the place for you.
They do have junior and senior divisions for what it's worth. They have separate divisions so that even the kids who might not be as experienced can have some sort of competition that feels fair, which I think is really cool, and I think more events should do it.
Yeah, and those juniors competitions, it was insane to watch those kids shuffle through their cards. It's like, they know how to handle a deck, man.
Yeah, it was really cool, because as someone who used to play when I was a kid, like I think having an event of this scale at that time, I think would have been super cool and motivating as like someone who was trying to come up in that game.
Yeah, I didn't want to get political, but there were a lot of red hats around this event. Something kind of cool that they had there was they had a place set aside to train people how to play the trading card games. You'd actually get 2 people to train with somebody who's an expert in the game and kind of walk you through the rules for 40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it was cool because they don't force you into any archetype. They just say, hey, here's a table full of cards. Pick whatever Pokemon you like and we'll help you build a deck out of those, which is a really cool way to approach that.
It was kind of a weird year for the Pokemon World Championships just because it's like the big transition year. Next year, the competing game is going to be Pokemon Sword and Shield. This is the last big 3DS year. The competitive 3DS play is still fascinating. Talking to some of those experts, just the spreadsheets they have, a lot of them are taking notes as they're playing. Young kids are taking notes. Like, it is such a detailed, high-level game at this point. But outside the competition, they also had fun stuff, too.
They had a whole Pokemon Center shop, and there's exclusive stuff there. They had play mats, they had little plushies, they had all sorts of, like, these fun additional things that you could buy there.
They had some more fun things around the side, like they had multiple screenings of Detective Pikachu, that blasphemous Pokemon film. They had Masuda at the event, Ishihara, the CEO of the Pokemon Company. But Masuda was there, he came out, he actually played some Pokemon Go competitively?
Yeah, he had his famous Psyduck with him, I guess. It's kind of cool, with him and Harada playing in the Tekken tournament at EVO. I like seeing those creators say, like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna compete at my own game, I'm gonna Shakan this thing.
And even though he went 0-3 in the first match.
Hey, you know what, you gotta start somewhere.
Learn to rub. It was the first time they had Pokemon Go competitively. What did you think about that scene?
I was ready to completely dismiss it. Pokemon Go has never been a game that has in any way challenged me, but seeing some of the play there, they definitely take it very seriously.
He's the first man to actually rub through the glass on his phone. One of the biggest surprises for the show for me was the Pokken scene. That was the loudest, most bombastic, tiny subculture within the Pokemon World Championships, and it was absolutely fascinating to listen to those underdogs talk about how passionate they are about the game.
Yeah, it's this weird cross-section between Pokemon fans and fighting game fans, because I saw a few people from the fighting game community there.
The sights, the smells, everything's here at the Pokemon World Championship. Hey, good job, Suriel.
Thank you. I like matcha tea.
No! But when you're in Washington, D.C., at some point, you gotta go out and see the town, baby.
Yeah, when you're in DC, you do as the locals do. Here you can see Squirtle using water gun on our government.
Hey, Suriel, did you hear about that new Supreme Court case?
No.
I forget how the rest of it goes, but it was like EV... Hey, Suriel. Sic Semper Tyrannitar.
Abolish ICE! Tights!
It was a fun trip, and I'm glad we came, Suriel. We'll have another video coming up on Game Informer's YouTube channel and GameInformer.com soon that dives deeper and has interviews with pro players and a variety of other people at the event. Thanks for watching, everybody!